Oh, we are here at Frost Giant Games on what day is it? June the 28th. We have Chrisman on Tron and Keenan on Valamakis. Keenan won the die roll. So with the start like Ketria Triumph and the Wooded Foothills, it definitely looks like he's playing the new Christmas just said Territory Kavu, the 5-color domain zoo, but it's not. It's something spicier. So I am currently by myself for this round one, but hopefully somebody will get a loss and then just start helping me out. Another land for Chrisman. One away from Natural Tron. Let's see if he has it. I don't think he does, but he might. Keenan with 2 copies of Prismari commands. Normally be pretty solid, but Chrisman's not even playing that many artifacts. But okay, he's going to go with a red and 6, returning his Wooded Foothills and playing it for turn. Okay, so here's a star and cracking it. Basic Forest, the draw. Another tower and a pass. What is he fighting with his foothills? Probably Triome, right? Yep. The Jeskai Triome. Chris was just saying he really thought it was the Domain Zoo deck. So many of these decks have just super colorful mana bases now. Blood Moon, come back, save us. Plus from red and 6, returning the land. And a pass. Just having these 2 Prismari commands in hand. Another basic forest for Chrisman. 4 mana. Karn the Great Creator. And it resolves. Minus. Finding an artifact from outside of the game. Spyglass, because he's genuinely very curious on what's happening. But also shuts down that red and 6. And a pass of the turn. Fetching here. And then I'm assuming this Prismari command is going to come down to loot. Hopefully Keenan can find the Indomitable Creativity. There is a Dwarven Mine for a 1/1. Kind of really relevant. It hits Karn down to 2. We can't minus again without it dying. It's really nice, actually. But also a creature for Indomitable Creativity. Prismari command being cast here. He could just choose to kill that Karn and loot. Yep. He's going to deal 2 to that, draw 2, discard 2. Savor the moment to draw. Pretty spicy. Discard Island and to Fairy, and then go to his turn. Plussing the Renin 6. Getting a Plains back to his hand and playing it. 1 at the Karn. Crispin kind of needs to top deck Natural Tron here. To not take another turn off, because I don't think he has much time. And pass of the turn. Another power plant. Spyglass. Fetching in response. Another Dwarven Mine. He might be on the Dwarf Beatdown plan, honestly. It's a clock. So Teferi, land, savor the moment, another, what is that? Prismatic Exiling spell. I know that's like one of the most played white cards from Modern Horizons 2. Exile something, or X or less, where X is the amount of colors you spent on it. I'm going to find the actual name real quick. Yeah, Prismatic Ending. Just choosing modes. He's going to draw 2, discard 2, and make a treasure. Velomachus the draw. Almost able to hard cast it. Discarding the land. He can return it with red and 6. Yeah, so he... I believe it's 7 mana. I believe he can hard cast it this turn if he wanted to. Plus red and 6. Fetching a mountain. Basic mountain here. If he has one. Yep, there we go. And here's Velomachus. He's just explaining it. Flying Vigilance Haste. He gets to look at the top 7 cards of his library when it attacks, and he can cast an instant or sorcery without paying its mana cost. So a swing here for 7. And there is a time warp. So he's going to be taking an extra turn here. He also has a Savor the Moment in hand, which is an extra turn spell for 3, but you don't get an untap step. So Keenan has lethal here. And he's alting Renin 6, so infinite turns. Okay. Keenan gets there. If Keenan didn't hit an extra turn spell there, and Crispin top decked that land that was on top of the Urza's Mine, he definitely had a chance, but I'm actually really curious what Keenan's sideboard looks like. There's the Nature's Claims Thragtusk Relics and Crispin's deck. He is really thinking what to put in. There really isn't a lot. Because you don't want to pull any of the artifacts. It's Keenan, yeah. I thought it was Keenan, but yeah, it's Keenan. Yeah, they're talking about how cool Savor the Moment is. I know. It's mind-blowing. Yeah, Keenan's deck's just a bunch of Prismari commands, remands. He's just trying to stall as long as he can to get that Velomachus in play. I think when it hits, he's basically like almost 0 to fail, but there's a chance, so... Trinisphere is pretty good, but yeah, he doesn't want to take that out of his Karn board. Trinisphere is actually like really good at stalling. No, he plays Time Warp, Savor the Moment as his 2, I believe. So he has a total of 8. Savor the Moment's the extra turn spell for 3 where you just skip your untap step. So Planeswalker activations, combat with Vigilance creatures, really huge with that card. Weird conversation. They're talking about how good Oko is out of nowhere. I love it. So Crispin will be taking the play. Hopefully you can get Tron. Oof, I think that's 2 power plants in hand. But he does have a Sylvan Scrying and a Sphere, so he could keep it, but he's not going to. Oh, it was a tower on top. Yeah, he would have had it. That's depressing. Never look. Okay, how's his hand looking? He has one Tron. Oh, he has two Tron pieces, a Silver Scrying and a Ancient Tomb, so. Just gonna put the basic forest to the bottom since he has a way to filter green mana. A mine and a sphere. Oh, and he's exiling it right away. That could be very bad for Crispin putting that forest down to the bottom. Oh, that could be really bad. A Stirring's the draw. Crispin really thought that was going to stick. That's heartbreaking. Savor the moment to draw for Keenan. Shocking it. Okay. Oh, he wants to destroy the one with better art. No. But honestly, Crispin probably okay with this. Because at least now he can cast spells in his hand. There was a chance that Crispin just couldn't do anything next turn. Stirrings. Ooh, surgical extractions came in. There was one colored or one non-colored thing there. Karn was the only option. But here is so that to hand. Yeah, it's crazy he didn't find a land there. I think there's reason to play the Scrying because it just costs more mana, so you can try to assemble Tron next turn, but went with a different line, kind of punished for it. Another Stirrings. Okay, there's a power plant. He's just showing off the Karn the Karn design. How all the lands in the Karn match up next to each other. Panoramic. Creativity of the token off of Dwarven Mine, so that's going to find Violet He's the only creature in the deck. This might be game if he hits. With a Savor Moment in hand, he just needs to hit a... He just needs to hit a... Time Warp, there we go. Time Warp, and I guess a blue source for the Savor the Moment in hand. Although I believe he has a land. So there's 7 cards. Is there a Time Warp? There is a Time Warp. These cards are not English, and both players don't exactly know what they do. So here's a Time Warp targeting himself. Does he have a blue source? Oh. Doesn't look like it, but yeah, we're going to be attacking here. Trying to find another one. Ooh, that's a save of the moment, so that's another turn. He's doing things. So Crispin down to 10. Gonna play a Dwarven Mine, making a 1/1. Next turn. Draw for turn. It's gonna be a combat here for 5, 6. Putting Crispin down to 4. Ooh, no extra turn spells, but there's a Cleansing Wildfire, which is huge. And he will be casting that. Can Cleansing Wildfire target your own cards? Yep, he is destroying his own Dwarven Mine to find a basic island, I imagine. Yep. Blow up Dwarven Mine, find basic island, cast the Saver Moment in the hand for the win. Yep, so that takes care of that blue mana problem, so shows the Saver, kill ya. Yep. But yeah, Valakmakus is a pretty cool deck. You just need to not bust, basically. But we'll be back with the next round shortly. Hopefully I'll have another person in the booth with me, so it's not as boring, but thank you very much. We are back with round 2. We have Alex on Hardened Scales and Connor on Black Green Food. Connor won the die roll, so he'll be going first. And now I have Daniel with me, so I'm not alone.
Hello. I lost round 1 pretty bad, so I decided to drop and join on commentary.
Yep.
That sounded fun.
And the reason he lost is because he said he's playing 0 card from Modern Horizons 2, right?
That's correct, yeah.
That's lame.
I was playing Dredge, and I didn't really get any new cards.
Cycling a Street Wraith.
So I'll be the first to admit that I don't know a whole lot about either of these decks.
Yeah.
I don't know how the Hardened Scales deck changed really to build around Urza Saga.
Yeah, Urza Saga Zabaz is I know, it's everyone's playing. I have not seen any black-green food variant before. I've been seeing like the red, like the Barter Cow red ones with hollow ones, but I have not seen black-green before.
No, I haven't either, so it'll be
going in
interesting.
Blind. Going in blind, but that's the whole point of the stream.
Yeah.
People don't expect us to know everything day one of a event releasing or a format. Or format change, I guess.
So
that was the Oval Chase Daredevil. I saw that one. I know people were talking about that when... Oh, what card got first spoiled? One of them. Finale Devastation for 0. That's our girl, right?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Because she's 0 CMC. Yeah? Yep, so... And I'm not even going to bother saying the name. I hate this deck, actually. I don't know why I put him on camera. Because I don't know the name. I know a lot of people practice saying it. I am not one of them.
It's like Asmon something.
Yep. Let's just say Asmo. That's Asmo.
Yeah.
And Asmo found the cookbook.
Yep. The cookbook. Oh, I need to look up the Oracle text on the cookbook.
Yeah. I think he has all the old school artwork cookbooks, right? The old school cookbooks look really nice, actually. But here's an Ozolith for Alex and a Arcbound Worker. So that's going to enter with an additional counter on it. It's just a 2/2. So I'm assuming just the win count is like the Festering Troll still, right? Or
the Feasting Troll King?
Feasting Troll King, yeah.
I would assume. But am I not?
Goose?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like he's got a lot of... Yeah, I don't know what I was going to say.
That is okay, but here's a cookbook.
Barrenmore. Right?
Yep, Barrenmore, okay. Cycling land. I can say I like the cat, which is familiar, right? Which is familiar more than Young Wolf. I'm just being real.
Yeah, it's the better 1-mana 1/1, sure. I think Connor said that he was playing the Witch's Ovens as well.
Yep. So, I mean, they go together, right? It would make sense. So tapping the Underworld Cookbook, sacrificing the food.
The food token
to get the Arcbound Worker. I'm just gonna double check the cookbook because I do not have, again, know nothing about this deck.
Yeah.
Just go to card, create a food. Yep. Sacrifice Underworld Cookbook, return creature from. Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
So it just discards the Oval Chase Daredevil. Just gets it back for free, basically. That's fun. And the cookbook's not legendary, right? I don't believe so.
I don't know. It's not. Hold on. What are the activated abilities on Zabaz again?
On Zabaz, ooh. I know red's destroy an artifact you control, right?
Yeah.
So, 1 red, destroy an artifact you control. A white to give Glitter Wasp flying. And then if a modular ability would trigger, put 1 more counter than it would normally put.
Yeah, I don't think they have any ways to give it flying in the deck. Like, I don't think they play white mana, but I don't think that's
relevant.
I don't think that's super important.
It is weird that they don't play white, because, like, you would think that would come up, like, sometimes.
Yeah,
There's a goose in play here, so obviously not the most intense thing. But yeah, I don't think I've ever seen any white in any of these decks.
Yeah.
Just red-green.
What is that? Is that card all the way on the left for Connor, or the bottom?
Oh, the green one?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's Trail of Crumbs.
Oh,
on a throne,
sure.
yep.
Okay, I just didn't recognize the art.
And so when that enters, it makes a food, and then whenever a food is sacrificed, I believe, you can pay 1 to look at the top 2 cards, put a permanent
Yep.
card from among them into your hand, and the other at the bottom. It is nice though. I'm a little unfamiliar with some of these cards, so it's weird to like be looking them up as the game is going. I kind of like it.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see more of the food deck because it does look cool.
Yeah.
I guess not a ton more because I don't want it to be like the best deck like people are talking about.
People are saying it's like the best deck.
There were people that were really worried at the beginning,
Okay.
like when people first started playing it. I haven't been paying as much attention.
I was trying to look and gather, or not gather, but like the app on my phone for Magic cards, and I was like, I don't even know how to spell whatever. So I typed AS and it popped up. I'm like, thank you, because I was gonna have trouble. That card is pretty nuts. Like I knew it was good, just like being a 3/3 for 0 basically, and then like finding the book, it's awesome. But how do you lose to like creature-based decks almost? I mean, Zabas is out of range from 1 activation, but not 2, and Connor could easily get 2.
Yeah. I don't think that like this is a matchup that Connor's like not hoping this.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a matchup he's super worried about. I could be wrong. Because the Hardened Scales deck can get really big.
Yeah. Because like right now, the Zabas is a 10/10 with 3 more counters potentially going on it just from the Ozolith. But yeah, he sacrificed a worker to put 2 counters on the Ozolith and 3 onto Zabas because of the modular replacement effect. And then here's an Arcbound Ravager.
Okay.
Connor's probably pretty happy that this Arcbound Ravager isn't a Walking Ballista, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say like Walking Ballista seems really bad.
Yeah,
for Connor
I think that's the
here.
only like real threat, like the super spooky threat at least.
Yeah. Oh, I guess with that Blinkmoth Nexus can be pretty scary here.
That is true. Okay, so Connor has a response into sacrificing the Zabas. Oh, sacrificing 2 food to have the Inkmoth deal 6 to itself. And that 6 damage would be dealt in -1/-1 counters because of Infect.
Oh yeah, because it deals damage to itself.
Deals its damage to itself, so it's relevant.
Yeah. The Urza food deck is insane. I think it's adapted to Grixis food. I've heard about people playing an Urza food deck. I haven't seen the deck lists yet at all. But I mean, yeah, Urza just is nuts when you can make a bunch of artifacts with all the food stuff. So Connor,
Alex really trying to keep this Inkmoth alive, but I don't think there's any world where it'll live. I mean, Connor has 2 more cookbook activations with the Oval Chase revealed. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And he's acknowledging there's no way he can possibly stop it. And even if he could, those -1/-1 counters would just nerf it so hard. It would be like a 2/2 maybe. Like, it's not worth dying for.
No. Yeah,
creature decks, it's rough.
That was a rough turn for Alex, for sure. And it looks like he's only got one card left in hand, so and
it's
it's
a
just a
land. Yeah,
forest, yeah, so not looking amazing for Alex here.
There's a response on the counters trying to move.
Yeah.
So he's just having a question on when he can move it. So with Ozolith, it's a May ability, so Connor would have to respond before he knows. And then if he did something by killing something, I'm just going to go in there. And
Okay. Yeah, Ozolith is a kind of unintuitive card. It's not Oh, okay. So if he targets the Ravager with the Ozolith, and then Connor removes the Ozolith or the Ravager in response, he keeps the counters on the Ozolith. Okay, that's neat. That's a neat hit.
The Ozolith has built-in safety
Yeah,
nets.
the Ozolith is just a good card, for sure.
It is really solid. I remember when I watched Keegan play this deck all the time, I would see him randomly not move counters onto things. When he had a Hardened Scales in play, I was like, you're just missing counters, because if they kill the creature,
Yeah, sure.
you get the counter still anyway. And if they kill it beforehand, they don't leave. Like, there's no downside. But surprised Alex hasn't conceded yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think Connor's got this game pretty locked up. Alex is
That's so good.
Yeah, I mean, Alex has no cards in hand, and Connor just has so much action on board.
I can say that I heard everyone talking about Violon Zero for Asmo. I did not think about Finale for Zero.
Yeah, that's
really
something
cool.
that I'd seen. But I mean, it makes a lot of sense.
It does. It does.
Finale's a real good card. Yeah.
Connor just standing.
Yeah,
Alex can't play any
we
more
go.
creatures, basically.
Yeah, that was rough. Connor just
Honestly,
got his,
that was a slaughter.
he got his engine up real fast, and there wasn't really much Alex could do about it.
The engine is so cool because, what do you even bring in here? It's like if Alex had Pithing Needles, maybe, right? Because that stops Asmo from sacking food.
Yeah,
but that's not even.
Or it could stop the cookbook.
Yeah,
but
it's rough. But even stopping the cookbook, you're a food deck.
Yeah,
Connor played 2-3 other cards that disgusting. I love that.
Yeah, so it looks like Alex has.
Valid Summer's really hard right now.
Summer. See a Dismember at the front there. I guess Dismember could be something to think about to maybe kill Asmo.
Killing Asmo, yeah. I think it's better than some of the things in his deck. But there's Torpor Orb. That's nothing. Pithing Needles.
Yeah, Pithing Needle's good, but there's so many different things that.
See, the Lantern I do not like. The Relic, I think the Relic is fine, but the Oval Chase, so Alex can only play the Lantern at sorcery speed to exile something.
Yeah.
And the Oval Chase will never be in the graveyard when it's tossed to food book, or to the cookbook. Food book, wow.
Yeah, sure.
So I kind of like Relic, because if you can get it early enough, you can always exile in response. You have to make counter play around it, but I think the Lantern is a no.
Might be a little bit too slow. Or not slow, but...
just different situation.
Yeah.
I don't think it's right over Relic here.
Yeah, and it's the thing with, Hardened Scales, to me, seems like one of those decks where it's what do you board out, I guess?
Yeah, because the list is so tight. It functions very well together, and it looked like Alex was bringing in 3 to 4 cards, and that's
Yeah, I guess you can always shave on, the extras, the 4th copy of
I did not know.
Card.
Fun fact, I did not know Alex was playing Witch's Oven 2.
Yeah, I saw that. I guess it's a target for Urza Saga.
Yeah.
And I get like you do want to be sacking your own stuff,
Mhm.
but
Goblin
It's-
Bombardment looks like it's coming out, and oh, that's the Trample Lifelink equipment. Yeah, he's bringing in 5 cards. Wow.
yeah,
The Trample Lifelink equipment. That's a pretty spicy
So-
one for Urza Saga.
yeah.
I like
it's,
that.
Shadow Spear.
Yeah, I
right?
believe so.
Yeah. Trample and lifelink, and then the
Plus one,
activated
yeah.
ability, like
Lose Indestructible Hexproof, right?
I think
yeah, I believe
so.
so, yeah.
not.
I know that thing was horrible to play against in Theros Limited. It was insane.
Oh,
yeah,
sure,
yeah. I believe it's indestructible and hexproof because it can kill a god, whether it has the devotion or not, or like you are able to kill gods,
Yeah,
whether they have
sure.
devotion or not.
I suppose none of the text on it really matters a whole lot against
Mhm.
Connor, so I guess that is an easy one to shave
Yep,
for
yep, yep, yep.
sideboarding.
I guess that is a nice thing, right, about having Urza Saga is like it incentivizes you to run random one-ups in the main board, and those random one-ups after game 1 can just get tossed.
Yeah, the ones that aren't good in the matchup, for sure.
But I really like this food deck, like a lot actually. This is my first time
Yeah.
actually seeing it. I really like it so
It
far.
is cool. It's like a lot of cards that you can't play in any other
Yeah.
deck, really, which is always neat, I think.
I was thinking, I was like, how would this fare against like a control deck? But I was like, Witch's Oven and Cauldron Familiar is like that's
Yeah.
kind of nuts.
Yeah, like,
like that's hard for any control deck to beat, really.
Yeah, it's
It's very resilient.
I don't know. Okay, that's Urza Saga and Connor's
Yep.
hand as
I think that was a
well.
5-lander for Alex, so he's mulliganing right away.
So what? Urza Saga for Connor can grab the cookbook. It can grab the cauldron.
Yeah, the oven. Yeah, that's
yeah,
nice.
Or I'm not sure that we saw anything else.
But that's
at
really
least
all
in
you
game
need,
one.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. And I wasn't really watching how Connor sideboarded
Mhm.
as
He had it
much
closer
as
to
I
him. It was hard
yeah.
to see.
It's like there could always be like
I
sideboard
don't know
cards.
if Connor has said he's keeping or not, but he's thinking.
Yeah. He's got
It's an Urborg, right?
Urborg, Urza Saga.
Oval Chase.
Yeah. It's tough to see exactly what
Yeah.
he has because he's always
You
moving
know,
them
a real
around.
hero, a champion would show the camera.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
Okay, so Connor was keeping. Grove Worker from
Okay.
Alex. It's nice to see Grove of the Burning Willows. It made me really
Yeah.
sad when that card starts. 'Cause I thought the artwork was gorgeous on it. Like, every printing of it has been lovely. But then
Yeah,
it just
for sure.
fell from the face of the earth when Tron, like, kind of took a dip, or at least
Yeah.
changed.
When
How
they
it
stopped playing
normally
red
has,
as much.
yeah.
So
Where are the pyroclasms? Huh? This makes no sense.
no, Grove it's a sweet card. I think all those future sight lands are really sweet.
Yeah, yeah.
Like one of my personal favorites is River of Tears, which
River of Tears is super cool looking, yeah.
it never really sees play, but it's cool. It's a
Yeah,
cool
yeah.
effect, and it's
A unique
cool
design, yeah.
artwork. Yeah.
But Walking Ballista for 1 from Alex here.
Yeah.
I think Alex is left with 3 lands in hand. He was,
Yeah, that looks like the Pathway, Landlord Reborn, and I can't tell what that third card
Llanowar
is.
Reborn. Is that a Heart of Mirrodin? Is it the Sacrifice and Artifact
Oh,
land
it
Gain a
might
Life?
be.
But Alex is really hoping that this Urza Saga can carry him because I think all he's planning on doing is making 2 constructs.
Yeah.
Like, with a hand like that, ugh, that's bad. I'm assuming
Yeah.
the core or the pathway is going to be played.
Yeah, I guess probably the core, so you can get a little bit of value.
Yeah.
If he tries to. Yeah.
He's going to shoot Connor in the face for 1.
Yeah, it seems a little bit better than gaining a life with the core.
I believe you have to tap. I think Connor was making a joke there because he had to tap the mana. What I'm,
Oh,
he
forgot the food from Gilded Goose.
He said if we weren't on camera, I'd let it go. This is
Yeah.
a free tournament.
Yeah.
There are no stakes. What a monster.
No, you gotta respect it.
Yeah. I mean, it was like a turn later, like a full turn
It
later.
was a full turn cycle. And it's
But here we go. We're making a construct. The nice thing about these sagas is he at least gets to see his draw step before he decides if he wants to make another one.
yeah, that is nice. But I think he drew Witch's Oven.
Yep,
correct?
yep.
Yeah.
And so he can still make another construct
Yeah.
and play a
And
Witch
play
Summon, so
that.
that's nice. He is really thinking, though. I don't think there's anything to think
Yeah,
about. He
I
has
think-
only lands.
Yeah.
Urza's Saga's nuts.
It is.
Like, it is just
it's a
so
nuts
good.
card.
Like, if
For
that was
sure.
a mythic, dude, it would still be the Ragavan price. It's 100%.
Oh, for sure. Alright. So what does Alex get with the Saga here, though?
Now that he took out some of his 1-mana options.
Yeah.
Well, he gets
Yes, he
the
has.
Lantern. Like, that's a free thing, and he can exile it later, but, like, that doesn't
Yeah.
sound that
He
good.
could get.
Zavaz, that's one,
Zavaz
right? Yeah.
is one, yeah. He could get like the Pithing Needle, but I don't know. I don't know what he'd name with it at
He
this
could
point.
name Urza's Saga at this point now that his is gone. That wouldn't be
Oh,
like just
yeah,
blind.
sure.
That wouldn't be awful. But Connor taking a turn off to making a construct probably really good for you. I doubt Connor is going to take that line, but he
Yeah.
could.
He could for sure.
He's actually looking at Hangerback Walker for some reason. That's
that
not
does-
one he can
doesn't-
pick.
Yeah,
He is really thinking.
yeah. He's not sure what he wants to get. I guess Pithing Needle.
Here's the
Okay.
Pithing Needle, and it will be
Name's
naming
Urza's
Urza's Saga. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense because it's the thing on board that he
Mhm.
cares the most about, but it's like
That's pretty funny.
yeah. I mean, Connor, I don't think needs to be making the construct here though.
Yep.
Like, I think he's
It really does not do much.
yeah.
It's funny. Alex just told Connor, "You can fetch Witch's Oven with Urza's Saga."
Yeah.
But Connor has been doing that this whole time. That's why he's playing the deck. He knows that.
So 2, 3, 4. So the constructs are 5/5s.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
That
He's making a
is-
food with the goose.
Yeah.
He's got it.
Yeah. Now he's got his
Yeah.
food for that.
3-mana goose. You make a 0/2 and a food. Way worse than 1 mana.
Yeah, way worse than one. Sure, and you have to wait a turn cycle. It's just not great.
Yeah, 2 oval chases in hand. Connor needs this. He needs to find a cookbook like soon. Oh, and you know that helps.
Yeah, that
Finale for 0.
finale for
Getting
0 is
Osmo.
pretty good here.
Osmo will find the cookbook.
Yeah.
It is nice that you can just shortcut it like that when you're
Yeah.
tutoring. Yeah.
One thing that, like, I personally don't like about Osmo, like, I think it should just have madness instead of if you discarded a card.
Right?
Because then like, you can discard something else for value
Yeah,
and
yeah.
still get it. But I guess it wouldn't work for, like, Commander
Yep.
with madness, so...
Yeah. Wow, that's like the whole... Yeah, it actually would not work
Yeah.
with Commander. That's weird.
So I could be wrong, but I think that's
Yeah.
the main reason they did it like that. But at the end of the day, it's not a big deal. But
So Connor's just discarding an oval chase to the cookbook, returning the cookbook, sacrificing the goose to the oven to give a construct -6/-6.
yeah, okay. So he sack the contract.
Connor
to
just
the
providing
Witches of
Alex with every token in the world. So yeah, Connor forgot about the hidden text on Witch's Oven of making 2 food if it's CMC or if it's power 4 or greater.
Yeah, it's
or it might be toughness. I don't even know, but it is. I believe it's. I think it's toughness because that means it's bigger, right?
Yeah,
it has more toughness, so that's more food.
It would make sense.
Witch's Oven. Let's see.
Oh yeah, it is toughness.
Okay. So Connor pretty quickly answered the big threat of 255.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
There's not a lot that he has to worry about on the other side of the table anymore.
Yeah, I think we just know Alex has a land in hand and 1 mystery card.
Yeah, I missed what he drew this turn. Oh, it's Dismember. Sure, that is good. That is good.
I'm really wondering what Connor finds off of this. Or is this like, it was probably another cookbook, right? Like, with an Oval Chase in hand, you're just making an army of food nonstop.
Yeah, there could be like something that he brought in that he. I can't think of anything he'd get other than another cookbook.
Yeah, Connor BM'ing a little bit. He was like, "Nice job not using your mana. I have Urborg, so your lands are swamps. That Dismember would not have cost you any life."
I missed that.
I think that's my first time ever seen that happen before. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So he does just grab another cookbook. That makes sense.
I was like, yeah, the cookbook is pretty nice.
Yeah, the cookbook is especially. Oh, Connor missed another food from. What did he miss it from?
Oh, I'm wondering too now. I don't know what he was referring to. He missed a food? I have no idea.
Yeah,
I have no idea what he's talking about.
He might have activated the Witch's Oven last turn. Oh,
he missed his trigger for cookbook.
He might have activated like the Witch's Oven in response to the Dismember.
Oh.
And I just missed that.
What a goofball.
But
Osmo's back.
Yeah, that's not great for Alex. Because Connor's not a big fan of Xanax.
Yeah, Connor's just like, I'm killing your creature every single time you play.
Yeah. This, with 3 cookbooks, the Oval Chase in hand and Asmo out,
I love this deck.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, Connor sold me on it like game 1. I was sold on it. Now this is just even worse.
Like I don't see a way for Alex to get back into this game at this point.
And that's just a free cost to discard something. That's so nuts.
Yeah, that is. It's just great for sure. So what? It looks like Connor has another Oval Chase.
Yeah.
I think
Swinging
another
3.
Asmo and something else in hand.
Activate 1, activate twice, activate 3.
Yeah.
Go up to 4. Oh, and just pass and just do it before anything tricky can happen with Alex drawing a card. That makes sense.
What did Alex draw?
Inkmoth.
Inkmoth, sure.
Doesn't help.
No.
That was the one thing that he can't respond to. But, I mean, he can respond to it. I mean, he can't respond to the counters targeting it, but you just killed the Inkmoth.
Yeah. I think both the players agreed that it didn't really matter here.
Blooming Marsh, land for turn.
So he's got, another Asmo and 2 Daredevils in hand. So, like, even if he's able to, even if Alex is able to remove the Yasmo, he's got another one ready to go. So
Ugh.
I think this game is over.
Yeah. Make 2 more food. And a pass.
Yeah. It's a hardened scales from Alex that he drew. Oh, kind of just.
I was just wondering if he had any way through this. Kind of just showing that he has it like pretty much locked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. He's just
Okay,
scooping it
sure.
up. Yep.
Yeah, that seemed
so
rough from
Connor
Alex.
gets there. Yeah, that was brutal. We will be back with round 3 shortly. It was a longer game, so we'll see how everyone's doing. See ya. Hello, Daniel and I are back for round 3. We have Amato on Stoneblade and Will on Eldrazi Tron. We were talking about what new cards some of these decks got, but I don't think Eldrazi Tron got anything. There was just hate cards that printed against it.
Yeah. Whereas like Stoneblade, they got the new Kaldra.
Yeah, Kaldra. They got Prismatic Ending. I saw
Prismatic Ending.
And that's huge.
Yeah.
We saw Prismatic Ending be very good against the Tron little mana fixers. Motto is mulliganing. Will kept.
Okay.
It's gonna be a power plant and a map start for Will. And then a Ketria, or not Ketria Triumph. What's the Jeskai one? A Jeskai Triumph. Ragarav?
It starts with an R.
Oh, okay.
And okay, I'm gonna be a little bit biased here. I do not like Eldrazi Tron as a deck. I hate playing against it.
Yeah.
So
Eldrazi Tron, my opinion on Eldrazi Tron is it's a bad deck that gets carried by cheesing game 1 wins with Chalice of the Void.
Yeah, a lot of the time Chalice. There's a lot of matchups Chalice can just win.
But it has been nice. I have seen Eldrazi Tron get absolutely ran over by Chalice on 1. Or like they had a Chalice on 1 against Prowess, and Prowess still just crushes them. They don't need their spells to resolve, they just need to cast them.
Yeah, it's just I used to play like mostly Storm decks, and I would just get destroyed by Chalice. So that's why I don't like Eldrazi Tron.
So Will found a tower, but he also top decked the mine. So next turn he will have Tron. I've seen Will top deck or just like open natural Tron in his hand so many times. It's rough.
And I missed it. Did you see what Amato got with his Stoneforge Mystic?
I did not. I'm sure we'll get a glimpse in a second. Most of the time, Amato, I feel like he finds sort of feast and famine because he has that GP promo that's really, really expensive, and he just loves showing it off.
Sure.
But if it was a Keldra complete, then he's not playing that anytime soon. I don't imagine it would be like blind like that, but I really can't see that well.
I can't tell because he's moving around his cards so fast.
Yeah. A lot of noise being made.
Yeah.
All picks up in the mic. Yeah, I really do not know. Hey, how do you feel about the Sword of Home and Hearth?
It's fine. I don't think.
Yeah, it's fine. What do you think is the worst sword in existence out of those?
Maybe that one.
Maybe that one, really? I really dislike Truth and Justice.
Truth and Justice isn't great either.
Yeah. Sanu and Seal at least is like, it can, when it's a blowout, it's a blowout.
Yeah.
But it's definitely like a sideboard card. But Home and Hearth, I was like, it's not the worst. Like, the protection typings are awkward.
Yeah,
and
that's...
You can't really flicker the card it's equipped to for the land because then it unequips, which is weird.
Yeah, it's just a little bit awkward on a couple fronts, and I don't know.
But yeah,
I think like
so. Amato's going to counter the Thought-Knot Seer and bounce Ugin to Will's hand. I was just talking earlier about how much I love 6-mana Ugin, and how if I could play Tron, I would just run 4 copies of that and 0 copies of Karn Liberated. I dislike Karn Liberated a lot.
Yeah, I mean, he's really good.
Yeah, he is. I know he's good, but I just really like not dealing with him.
Sure.
So Amato was trying to make a 1/1 before blocks, but Will just grew his Walking Ballista and shot the 1/1.
Yeah.
So all this damage came through for 7 here. Gonna play Ugin, and it's gonna get met with the Force of Negation.
The pitching and the
Counterspell.
Yeah, that's a sweet new tool for this Stoneforge.
That's a lot of
land. But not much he could really do there.
That's Tron doing Tron things ending the game in 4 minutes.
Yeah.
And like Amato had interaction for days. It's just when you have so much mana to work with, it doesn't really help.
So
So
let's see. Got
paths coming in. Yep. Bane. Holy hell! That's a Baneslayer agent.
Yeah, I mean Baneslayer
That
blocks
sounds amazing.
Yeah, it blocks really well.
The only thing that really answers it super cleanly is an Ugin minus. Like,
yeah, and
even
like
Dismember doesn't straight up kill it.
yeah, and it's really good to like suit up with a sword and
Oh yeah.
swing in. But
But yeah, Will having Tron so early and then one of the few copies of Dismember to answer that
Yeah.
Stoneforge is like,
yeah, like
what can you do?
If he didn't have the removal, maybe there was a game there
Yeah.
with the Stoneforge. But I mean, Amato drew a lot of lands
Yep,
at
yep.
the end there. It's just a little bit rough not finding anything that he could interact with really at the end. It's like he had all the counter spells, but he could only counter like one thing a turn.
I always think that Amato's playing Yorion because I see so many, like, his cards being so... I mean, he does play
Oh.
Yorion a lot.
Yeah.
But I think his cards are just double-sleeved. But it always looks like so much whenever he plays. So when he
Yeah.
is playing Yorion, it's like, geez.
Yeah, because I think he has like the hard inner
Mhm.
sleeves, which makes it even bigger. It's like he has a lot of foils.
Yeah. A lot of foils.
He's got to keep those flat.
Out of everyone in Green Bay, I'd say Amato is the foil guy. Like, there's a lot of people
Yeah.
that, like bling out their deck, but Amato, like, every one of Amato's decks is blinged out.
Yeah.
And
It's-
I know that 5-color Niv deck that he had definitely was not cheap.
No,
every
for
expedition
sure.
of every land, like,
Yeah, it was
disgusting. I think he said the only thing he didn't have was the Guru lands for the 5 basics.
Yeah, that's a little bit much.
Yeah. But if I were to see it, I would assume Amato would. Like, it was expensive.
yeah.
I said he could just sell his whole deck and just be a millionaire already.
It's probably closer than you'd think with that.
And that sort of feast of heaven. I'm so jealous of it because
Yeah.
I'm
so
like
good.
I like collecting like oddities and stuff. So like misprints are my favorite. That's considered an oddity because it's just so rare.
Yeah.
And I want it so bad, but I know there's not a way in hell I could ever get it from Amato.
Yeah.
But even like the signed foil polluted deltas, like
Yeah, those are real nice. And like Amato just had way too many lands in that hand.
Yeah.
There's like 5 or 6 lands, and it's like,
and then Will's keeping. Let's see if he has natural Tron. Oh, I think that's just a waste in a power plant. Waste power plant, blast zone, map, chalice. Yeah.
Sure.
Model keeps counterspell and hand cryptic.
Counterspell Cryptic. Is that? I can't
There's-
tell what the rest of it was.
Yeah, it was a lot of lands, counterspells. If Will tutors for a Cavern of Souls here, Amato might be tilted off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
And I think there's a good reason for Will to find a Cavern if he doesn't draw a Tron piece off the top.
Yeah, because he's not assembling Tron soon if he doesn't just naturally draw one of the
Yeah.
other pieces.
Oh, and he just drew another power
Yeah,
plant. So I
second power
imagine
plant.
this expedition map's going to go for a Cavern.
Yeah, Cavern would be good here. I'm not sure what. Otherwise, like he might go for like Eldrazi Temple.
Yep, Temple's always a good one. But with Amato not playing anything, you can't imagine all the copies of Force of Negation probably came in
Yeah.
stayed in because you don't
There-
have too much that interacts with it.
Yeah, there's like the Ugins.
Okay, he is finding
Oh,
Tower
okay.
here. Yeah,
Did he have? I don't.
he
Didn't
he did
see
not
another
have
way
the other
to-
one. Yeah. I don't think he had a way to find the mine.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's why you naturally top deck it. Right?
I mean, yeah. I guess if he just naturally draws it, it's just way better to.
I guess
take
as
that
a Tron
than, like,
player, right? You just
Temple.
play like you will, right?
Yeah.
That's another blast zone. Okay,
Yeah,
I thought for
okay.
a second.
For
I
a
really
second,
But 2 mana, we're gonna go with a Chalice,
Chalice
on
on
1.
one. Sure.
And
So
Amato
that
said sure,
Cuts
so
off
his
like
ops
his ops,
and
his
his
paths. I think that's about it.
Yeah, we saw he brought in Path to Exile from the sideboard, so
Yeah.
we know they're in there. Oh, another power plant in hand.
He's just not drawing the right one. He needs a.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
I don't think he
yeah,
needs to steamroll again. Let's
Sure,
have an actual
sure,
game of
sure.
Magic. But yeah,
I think Will just has a bunch of lands in hand.
I mean, yeah, I saw another copy of Blast Zone, another copy of Power Plant. All is Dust Dismember.
Yeah, so he's not. He's not pressuring him out
Yeah,
at all.
why would you keep this hand? There's not even like a payoff if you had Tron. That Cryptid bouncing
Bounce.
Urza's Tower and drawing a card. That's pretty good. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Oh, he does have Tron. Wait a minute.
Does he?
Yeah, I definitely just saw mine.
Oh yeah.
I
So-
guess he just didn't want to reveal it since he doesn't have anything to play.
I guess if he doesn't have anything to do with it, he doesn't like playing the Blast Zone is better.
that makes sense. That makes
Just
sense.
like he can pump the Blast
but
Zone.
again, why keep the hand if you have nothing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Prismatic Ending, your Chalice of the
Prismatic Ending is so good.
Prismatic
for-
Ending is so good into Chalice. Actually, I'd never
Yeah,
thought of that. You
yeah.
could just do it for freaking 3 if it was like a
Yeah,
2,
yeah,
like
yeah.
or less. That's really relevant text.
Yeah. Yeah, adding a counter to Blast Zone. I don't.
Matt. Oh, he's baiting it. Counterspell.
Oh.
He didn't draw any like gas, so
Yeah. I
does
mean,
that.
that is really good
Yeah.
to get the counter spell out of his hand.
it would have been brutal if he played a card
Yeah.
or an Ugin. Yeah, a 6-mana Ugin. That would have been disgusting after that counterspell. Double Force of Negation for a motto though. He has a Cavern in hand.
Oh, does he have a?
Yeah,
Oh, he
he
does.
drew a Cavern
yeah.
last turn. This is so many lands.
Yeah. So many lands and nothing to do with them.
So he does have a Dismember, but again, this Baneslayer is a 5/5, right? So we're golden there. Might as well cast
Might
it, he
as
says.
well.
That's the double white. Baneslayer is a clock, but also he should have put his blood. Oh,
to fairy.
Oh,
Sure.
I didn't see that. There's no way these blast zones don't go up to 5.
Yeah.
Get rid of that.
I mean, that's.
Blast zone's such a good card.
Blast Zone is very good in the deck for sure.
So Blast Zone went to 5 on 1, and then the other one went up by 1 as well.
Did not catch what he drew.
I'm just assuming he's only drawing lands for the rest of the game. But it might be good enough. Who knows?
Yeah. I'll Drowsy Temple. Okay, yeah.
Jeez.
So he's just got all these lands and nothing to do with them.
He's going to play this Baneslayer and just have that eat up a Blast Zone too? Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, Dismember is -5/-5, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking it was -4/-4.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was completely misspeaking.
There's another land. For a
That's
while.
impressive, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, Scavenger Grounds has some text on it.
And a pass.
It's
Ugin.
Ugin. Yeah, 6-mana Ugin.
He's going to eat a counterspell so fast. If only
Yeah.
Ugin was an Eldrazi.
If only, yeah.
Hard cast from Force Negation here. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. So he's got another Dismember, another Power Plants.
Will's just trying to find this. Just really trying to find. Oh, he can find Cauldron. Yeah, Cauldron Complete. He can just hard cast even if this.
Soon.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Very soon because it's 7.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's 7 and he's got 6 in hand.
Gonna Dismember the Stoneforge still.
6 in play, rather. Yeah, the flood is real. This is
It's absurd.
like as oh. That's another tower. All right.
This is disgusting how much mana he has.
Yeah, I mean he can. No worries about anything that he draws. Being able to play it.
10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. He has 16 mana, 17 for Eldrazi creatures he can spend.
Yeah,
That's
that'd
ridiculous.
Be a real big walking ballista if he finds it. So cryptic.
Returning Blast?
Blast.
Oh, to your hand,
Okay.
draw a card. That's nice. So he can deploy a threat and it will not be answered the turn of.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's saying if
Oh,
Blackstone's gone, you don't get a draw. That is
Yeah,
true
he could-
because there's only one target for the spell. Maybe a model thing he might have misplayed a little bit there. But if he has a threat in hand, not at all. Like,
Yeah, I think Amada would be fine not drawing a card
Yeah.
if he doesn't have to deal with a blast.
if he
zone.
can go land. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go, yeah. I was going to say, if he can go land culture complete after returning that, that's sounds good, but he needs a land. Ooh.
Jace
very
is
good to break a
Jace is
stall.
good, yeah.
Oh, nice. Archmage's Charm. A land for
Is
turn.
that the 3 mana Teferi?
Yep, that's 3
Okay.
mana to fairy. But he's holding up counter spells. It's weird. He's holding up actual counter spells.
Yeah.
That's weird to say.
Oh, and Will drew another land. He drew a Wastes, I think.
This is honestly impressive. But here's the all
Yeah,
dust.
all his dust.
That's going to get met with a counter immediately, right?
Yeah, it has to. This Jace is
Another
another
dust.
all his dust. Okay.
He spent 14 mana on spells and he still has 3 more left.
Yeah. So I think this is worth forcing here,
Oh, I
but I
mean,
guess
yeah.
the only other card.
It definitely is. It definitely
Yeah.
is. Now you would just be like scared of another Tron piece and a Eldrazi or Matter Reshape or not Matter. Wow, Reality Smasher.
Yeah. Oh, and Amada found a path off that brainstorm, which is a real nice one to find. And there you go. He hard cast the Cauldron.
That's all you gotta do.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just like a. No, I don't want to say better Baneslayer, but kind of close.
Yeah.
Like it's
That's,
Eldrazi, probably better Baneslayer.
Yeah. I activated
Exile
the
graveyards.
scavenger grounds.
Karn, the Great
Okay.
Creator.
That is pretty good.
It was only a matter of time before he got some gas.
Yeah, before.
But it's gonna be a
found
big
something.
walking ballista, I imagine.
Yeah.
I think that's the best artifact you can get when you have 30 mana.
I mean, I gotta imagine, yeah. Yeah, I mean, not seeing anything else he'd be interested in, really. I mean, he could Pithing Needle Jace, but then he's still losing to the Cauldron.
Yeah.
So,
Does Culture have trample?
I believe so. So Cauldron has First Strike, Trample, Indestructible,
Okay.
and Haste. And whenever it deals combat damage to a creature, exile that creature.
Yeah, I always thought that was weird. That text of exile the creature that it was still combat damage.
Yeah.
And then trample, but not like death touch. So you can't assign like 1 point of damage to everything. You still have to assign lethal.
Yeah.
It's a weird design.
For sure. Will's in the tank here for a while. I didn't see anything else that
I
he might
literally
want over
can't
the
even
ballista.
imagine anything else. Like, why would you, worm coil would be awful. Like, actually not worth grabbing.
Yeah, like there.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
He was really thinking.
I was gonna say like all the other stuff I saw in there is like not for this matchup. I wouldn't think.
I guess casting it with the shields down is fine. And if he doesn't have another cavern, yeah, he can't name construct, but
Yeah.
just doing it now seems fair.
Yeah, and he's just gonna remove the Jace. It makes sense.
He's dead.
You need.
Calls are complete. Still a really, really big threat. But
Yeah.
it's up to Mato if he goes for Will or if he goes for Karn. Hey, there's a chance Will blocks and tries to shoot him for 2, and then he would lose.
Yeah. What is that land that he just played? It's an expedition.
Yeah, blocking with Ballista, shooting for 1. Damage to exile. Karn dies. It's trample.
Yeah.
Yep, so there's no reason to not shoot him out for 2. He didn't know about the trample either.
Yeah. Oh, I guess exiling with Kaldra is really good. Like if he finds another Karn,
yeah.
But he drew a chalice.
You're right. That is actually really smart. I did not think of that. Yeah, that's super. That's really nice.
Yeah. So, I guess what do you chalice on here?
Will's just dead on board. He's not even gonna show another chalice. Or not dead on board, but like, what good does playing a chalice do?
Yeah,
he just doesn't want to. Will never concedes.
Well, he can pump the blast zone up.
Yeah. So target nothing with the Teferi to draw a card. We're putting the blast zone up to 3. Cast Stoneforge Mystic. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. So I guess the hard cost Kaldra was really good there.
Yeah.
I don't think Amato is ever really planning to hard cast it, but yeah.
Sorry about getting flooded, yeah.
Yeah, that game was rough for Will. He didn't really draw anything until it was a little bit too late.
And he had double all his stuff that got double countered. That felt bad.
Yeah, that was rough for sure.
But I mean, gotta keep an aggressive hand against a control deck.
Yeah.
Probably like some number of caverns and creatures. Did we even see a creature that whole game?
Not until the walking ballista.
Yeah, not until the walking ballista in the sideboard, yeah.
So he's got 3 dismembers and a chalice.
Jeez. This has to be a mulligan, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine that. I wouldn't keep it at the very least.
Oh, he says he's keeping it. And then immediately said, I don't think I should have kept this, so.
Yeah. It's got lands and cards that he can play, but I don't. In my mind, those aren't the cards you're looking for in your opener.
I mean, if
it's chalice is an early chalice is something, but
I mean, is it like against Amato now that he plays?
Yeah.
Counter spells is like 2 or 3. Like you can't shut off a decent amount of counter spells or counter magic with one thing, but we can shut down ops.
I don't think chalice on 1 is like I don't think Amato cares about it that much.
So unfortunately, I mean, hey, Kaldra's weird. I like Kaldra, but it's a weird one.
Yeah, for sure.
It's gonna eat this dismember.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, wow, that was the most natural Tron. Yeah, I didn't even see that. He's gonna take 2. What is he wants to hold out? Oh, for another dismember if he has it.
Yeah.
Oh, Batter Skull is already in his hand. That makes sense.
Oh, sure.
I was gonna say, bounce Chalice with Teferi, draw a card. Reality Smasher and land. That's kind of what you're hoping for, but no, Ugin to draw.
Ugin.
You wonder what I really like seeing. So Teferi, I think, is one of the most busted. 3-mana Teferi is one of the most busted planeswalkers ever in existence.
Sure.
Don't see it enough. I love it when I see sorceries actually cast at instant speed.
Yeah.
Like back when it was a thing, like you could see like when people like plus Teferi and scape shifted at end of turn.
Yeah.
Like that's Field of the Dead. That was scary. That's.
Yeah, I think the only sorcery that we've seen from Amato so far is Prismatic Ending.
Prismatic Ending, yeah. But even that as an instant is insane.
Yeah, totally. For sure.
Field of Ruin, mine in the draw step, yeah. And we know, Will plays Basic Waste. I think he plays 3.
Yeah, we think we've seen at least 2.
And he has the nice artwork too. I really like the non-full arts.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of full art lands in general.
Mm-hmm.
I like the unglued ones.
Okay, yeah.
That's about it.
I've been sorting through bulk boxes, and we've been finding a lot of unlands, and I was like, oh, this is nice to just see. I'm a big fan of the... So they have those all-text lands, that Secret Lair.
Yeah.
Those are kind of funny, but I really like how the Forgotten Realms lands, they spoiled the Forgotten Realms land, and they have the flavor text. Yeah.
Those are neat.
Those are actually like really nice looking.
Yeah.
I think if I had to pick a basic land... Ooh, here's a Reality Smasher.
Amato does have a path in hand.
Path to Exile, trigger, discarding Snapcaster.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think my favorite non-full art lands, I think, would be the new Forgotten Realm ones. And the Bob Ross cycle is pretty sweet.
Those are sweet, too. Yeah. I really like the Rebecca Gwade.
The F&M promo ones? Or the GP promo? I feel like
they were a promo.
Yeah. I know which ones you're talking about. Yeah, I pulled. There was also some in the bulk box. I pulled 2 Forest.
Nice. The Forest one is probably my favorite of the 5.
Here's another Stoneforge. Little does Amato know we got.
Oh, it fails to find. Yeah, he's already.
Yeah.
So I guess he sided out like all of his swords.
Yeah, dismember for days. Yeah, Ugin looking good too.
Ugin.
Ooh, and he was force checking him, yeah. It's not exile, it's destroy, but targeting Stoneforge Mystic.
Yeah.
Okay, plussing. Never mind. Change his mind.
Okay, sure. Those are some sweet. Yeah, the Time Spiral wastes are sweet for sure.
Snapcaster, Path to Exile. And then Path the 2/2.
Sure.
Yeah. The card will always go into the hand.
Yeah.
I thought he played 3 ways. He might only play 2.
I think we're about to find out.
No, he does.
Oh,
okay, he does
have
play 3. Yep. I was gonna say I thought the normal list played 2, but he plays 3. I think that was an executive decision he made, and it works.
Yeah.
Okay, Chalice on 1. Yeah, Amato was gonna go to his turn, but he still had Ugin in play.
Yeah. Okay.
Kaldra, 5 at Ugin, 2 at Will.
Okay.
Will down to 16, Ugin's dead. I'm happy that this is an actual game.
Yeah.
Game 1 didn't feel like it, and Game 2 didn't either.
No, this
Game 2 was longer, but this is an actual back and forth.
Both of them are drawing some things that matter. Oh no. Okay.
Current mono green Tron player here. What would you rate the mono green Tron compared to Eldrazi Tron? Personally, I would play mono green Tron. If I had to play a Tron list, I would be playing mono green Tron. I would not. I'm not a fan of Eldrazi Tron at all. Again, it's just my personal opinion on it is it's a deck that's carried by main board chalices, and I don't really like that too much. You will get free wins, which is nice, but
yeah, I think that like Green Tron is a lot more consistent at doing what it wants to be doing. So if I were playing a Tron deck, I'd probably play Green Tron just because it's like you're able to set up and do your thing a lot more often.
And with the printing of Modern Horizons 2, Voidmere is a really real threat. Like we've seen in Will's list already that he has an Urborg that he can find with map in response to a Voidmere, in response to a Voidmere he can find it with map, which is good, but like having basic forest in your deck is really, really nice.
Yeah.
You have to be less afraid of that one card. Glacial Fortress from Amato. Going to combat. 5.
Let's see.
What is the equip cost of Keldra Complete?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm asking all these important questions.
That's a good question. 7. So, I guess Amato is only 1 land away from that.
Yeah.
But, so I guess Will could dismember the Germ token.
It would dodge a combat phase.
Or no, because, yeah.
It is 7 to equip, yeah.
Yeah.
Casting Big Teferi. And response. And
just remember the
Stoneforge Mystic?
Sure.
Okay.
So you can't put the Batter Skull into play with the Teferi untapping the lands.
Yep. So he's minusing here. And trying to tuck the thought knots here.
Yeah.
3rd from the top. Karn the Great Creator, good draw. I do love how this is like the actual game that we're having, but it's the game that Will doesn't have Tron assembled. It's like when Tron plays fair, good games. When it doesn't, ugh.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't had trouble playing any of his spells because he's just drawn enough lands. They're just not the right ones.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I guess he didn't draw any of those wastes. He just got pathed a bunch.
Pathed to the end of the time, yeah. And there are field 2 paths, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're finding Pithing Needle here. That's. Will he name the Teferi? That's the question. Or is he going to name Cauldra? Don't let it equip once you kill a germ.
Okay, he names Teferi.
It's named Teferi, which is great because. Great for Will because, he has a second Big Teferi in hand, so.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Oh, he can't cast the Pithing Needle.
Oh, and that is a nice player right there.
Yeah.
No, that is awesome. You were saying, it's just a casual game. You can take it back because he had the Chalice of Void in the play, so he can't actually. He can play the Pithing Needle, but it would get countered.
Yeah.
But Amato says, "Oh no, it's perfectly fine. This is locals. We're learning."
Yeah.
What a nice dude.
It looks like thinking about Ratchet Bomb instead. I mean, he does have the Spyglass.
Yeah.
If he really wants to shut off the Teferi, he could. Yeah, he gets Spyglass instead.
I think that's like fair too.
Yeah.
He was gonna name Teferi already, but he definitely is now.
Yeah, I mean, he did see the second Teferi off the Thought-Knot Seer a turn ago.
I did not realize that Eric DeChamps made the Celestial Colonnade artwork. I just saw the signature. I know that from my Deflecting Palms.
Sure.
I did not know it was the same artist.
I like the Celestial Colonnade art a lot.
It's sweet. It's sweet. I got a misprint one. It's
nice.
A foil misprint. I love it.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So he's just straight up blocking and letting this guy
Okay.
die.
Sure. So yeah, Amato can. He could equip the Cauldron next turn to the Germ token on the Batterskull if he
Yes,
wanted to.
that is true completion.
Yeah, that'd
Cauldron
be
is
sweet.
actually complete then.
Yeah.
People always say, "Oh, Cauldron's not as good as Batterskull because the lifelink's important in a lot of matchups."
Yeah.
But when you get them both, but Ugin's gonna shoot the black
okay,
Germ token.
sure.
Sadly, it has a color identity.
Yeah.
I was hoping. It's gonna be quite a bit more mana before the Celestial Colonnade can get suited up with a Batterskull or a Cauldron.
Yeah, that would be a bit much.
I definitely think Will's taking over this game, right? Like, he's...
Yeah, I mean, well, Will is pretty low. He's at 3, right? So, yeah, he just does the Colonnade here, doesn't he?
Does it have fly? Does it have flying?
There we
Okay.
go.
Honestly, I thought Will had all the things covered up. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yep. Flying Celestial Colonnade. I said I love the artwork on the
Yeah.
Colonnade and the artist, but completely forgot about the flying creature that he played in his last slot. But yeah, thank you. We will be back with the 4th and final round shortly. That was actually a really good game. Bye. Okay, we're back with the fourth and final round. We have Amato on camera again, and then Connor, who was on earlier. Stoneblade against Black Green Food. Both players are on a mulligan.
Yeah, both.
I don't know about this one.
Yeah, both decks looked really good on camera.
Black Green looked amazing on camera, but this is a very different deck than the creature-based strategy from before.
Yeah, but like talking to Connor after his round 2, I guess Stoneblade is like on kind of a control deck, and it's like Connor has a lot of stuff that just generates value that isn't counterable.
Well, from looking at Connor's opening hand, I saw a Finale, Green Sources, Oval Chase. So that means finding Asmo and the Cookbook on his turn 2. That's as good as you can get, and that's a main board Pithing Needle.
Oh yeah, sure, for Urza Saga.
Yeah, from Urza Saga. So that's in his opening hand.
Alright, so if this doesn't get forced, it's a really good start for Connor.
Yep, there's the Cookbook, there's the Asmo. Finale of Devastation is one of those cards that I regret not picking up right away because it's an EDH card.
Yeah,
but it also sees random modern play, so it's expensive.
Yep.
I was talking to some friends the other day about how cheap as a whole Magic would be how cheap it would be if EDH just didn't exist.
Yeah,
because there would be tabletop Magic. Ooh.
A lot of random cards get affected by EDH prices, or by EDH a lot.
Like Doubling Seasons. When's the last time you saw that cast in Modern or Legacy?
It's been years.
Yeah, there's the main board Pithing Needle.
Yeah.
Naming Stoneforge. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's pretty good here.
That's really good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's probably only one in Connor's deck, so for him to just naturally draw it.
And even if Amato has the Teferi Time Raveler, it's still pushing it back a turn, which is really nice. Shocking in.
Right.
Prismatic and that's the best answer in the world.
Yeah.
Wow, that is unbelievable. Activate Stoneforge's Cauldron.
That's really good.
Wow. Down to 14 for Connor. Oh, I gotta start the time, but that is an insane turn.
Yeah. What's Connor got here? Oh, sure.
Oval Chase.
Food.
Yeah, not Oval Chase. A Cauldron Complete, not even having lifelink. When it fights itself, you won't even gain life like you would Batterskull.
Yeah.
Yeah, worse.
There certainly are spots where it's worse than Batterskull, but having haste.
Yeah, having haste
big.
is huge, yeah. So 3 mana here.
Finale for 1.
It's going to find the Gilded Goose. 100%.
Gilded Goose.
It makes the food to sack.
I mean, the other thing would be the cat.
Oh,
but
but he wouldn't have the...
Yeah.
I guess he has an activation of the book, so yeah, so cat would have been fine too.
Yeah. I think Goose is definitely better here.
Oh, we're hitting the Stoneforge. Oh, Cauldron Complete is indestructible.
Yeah.
Wait, but it doesn't matter because it deals... Cauldron, it exiles on damage or on combat?
I think it's combat damage. So I don't think you can kill it with Asmo.
Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a creature, it is combat damage.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, more resilient than I thought it was.
Yeah.
I knew the indestructible, but Urborg. Is that like
I
a
think
From the
I-
Vaults Urborg?
Yeah,
Ugh.
it's the From the Vault Legends, or not Legends, Realms.
Okay. Ooh.
Ooh, that's sweet.
But Connor played a 4-2 for 4, but Amato's trying to steal the Asmo. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's beneficial for Connor and its finale of Devastation, but really good with Archmage's Charm.
Yeah. I love when Archmage's Charm sees
That's very cute. Asmo ate her own food and died.
yeah,
That's
that is
very-
really funny.
That's so flavorful. I love magic.
But no, I love when Archmage's Charm gets played for other than the counter.
Oh,
spell.
yeah.
Like you draw with it sometimes, but like
We-
I especially love when you steal stuff with it.
We had a game the other week, but it didn't end how I wanted it to. But each player was really low on life and they were top decking. One player was at 1 and they played an Arbor Elf. And his opponent, when Archmage's Charm, I'll draw
Oh.
2 cards. He didn't steal it to kill him with it.
Sure.
And I was just waiting. I was like, that's the best thing in the world. It was a letdown.
yeah.
So Connor did say against control decks he has unlimited 4-2s, but he really does it when they get exiled.
Yeah, exiled the Cauldra, yeah. Oh,
So her
yeah,
Feast
there's-
and Famine?
There's that sweet looking
That's
sword.
really good. That's going to be putting Connor down to 1. He discards a card. Amato untaps. Amato had the perfect... I don't even think it's lucky, right? But he had the most insane start that, or the insane answers to everything
Yeah.
Connor did. But yeah, at least he doesn't have to worry about the Feast and Famine discard because he just has Oval Chases, right?
yeah.
With the untapping all of his mana, protect from black green, protection from Connor's whole deck.
Yeah, that's the entire deck. Is there anything Connor can do to get out of this?
But
He's
Amato,
got-
yeah.
He's
Ugh.
got a finale.
Let's give you a finale for 3 here because of the food token and the goose. Swing for 4. Okay, yeah. I mean, Mao at 6. It's really real.
Yeah, yeah.
Even Osmo.
Yeah,
She
okay.
Red black, right?
Yep.
Yep.
black.
That was disgusting. But like again, an actual game of Magic. I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah, yeah. Both players did things that mattered, as opposed to like the first 2 games of last
Yeah.
round where we didn't really get that. So hopefully we've got 1 or 2 more games like that.
Connor was saying that you need to draw the prismatic ending a turn later.
Yeah.
That was brutal. And that Cauldron sticking was all that he needed.
Yeah. So Connor's board, he's got Thought Seizes that it looks like he's bringing in.
Immediately.
Leyline doesn't really, nothing else does anything, so.
So how again? Connor's playing an Urza Saga deck, so the list you have things that you can easily take out. That's so nice.
Yeah. I guess it depends on how many like Urza Saga targets Connor is running
Yeah.
other than the cookbook. Yeah, so like he took out, looked like he shaved the Shadow Spear and a Finale, and I didn't see the 3rd card he took out
Yeah.
because he brought in 3 Thoughtseize.
Connor had a nut start.
Yeah,
But Amato's was really solid too. Definitely on Mulda 6s for both players. That's crazy.
Yeah. Table 16.
Yeah, they're on table 16 right
Yeah.
now.
Alright. So hopefully we see some 7s here. But
Amato really has mulligan every game so far that he's been on camera. That's game 4.
Yeah.
He's mulligan every single one. And he's keeping. We have
yeah.
both
Yeah.
7s.
Street Wraith. Asmo. Okay. Oh, because
It was because he discarded a
'Cause he
card.
discarded
I
the
was like,
Street
what is the
Wraith.
point of Street Wraith? Because I remember that from the other game.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Okay, yeah. That was sweet.
Prismatic ending gets
ending,
to
okay.
kill it for one. Oh. Why does Prismatic ending say or less? It's so good.
Yeah. Prismatic ending is just a nuts card, for sure.
It's gonna be
It's
fetching. At least Connor gets the cookbook, but still, like,
Yeah.
the fact that it just occurs more value. Connor said Trail of Crumbs, and Amato said, "Excuse me."
It's not a card that has seen any play before now. So
In modern.
In modern,
Okay,
sure,
I was
in
like,
modern.
in standard, it was like 4 of most decks.
Sure. But I don't think Amato plays much standard.
You know,
if at
that's
all.
probably true. That's probably true. Yeah. Throne of Eldraine, though, like, Trail of Crumbs is, like, literally just so good if it goes uncontested. Like,
Yeah.
so good. So much value.
What is the? Oh, that's the borderless pathway, right?
Green-black, I'd assume, right?
Yeah. I just hadn't seen the borderless version of that.
Yeah, and historic 2. Yeah. Corvold, 4 ofs. Love it. It's still... I don't know if Trail of Crumbs is seeing play still, but I know, like, there's sacrifices still.
Yeah.
But it might not be, like, 4 of main board anymore.
Amato
There's a fortress on
complaining
the
a
pass.
little bit about how many lands he's drawn.
Mm-hmm.
The sack decks dropped green in historic. Okay. I'm glad that you know something about historic, Tyler, because I do not.
Historic is awesome. Oh, he kept the Osmo if he tries to go and play it this turn. If he's able to, I mean. The Archmage's Charm's going to get him.
Yeah.
He has the cookbook, so, I mean, he can do it. But is he willing to commit that? Cookbook.
Okay.
Sadly. Oh, he's memeing a little
Yeah,
bit. He's trying to bait him
he's-
in.
Yeah.
He's baiting him, dude. So we're fetching here. How much food do we think Connor or Amato can make? Do you think
How
we
much
can go
food can
another
Amato make?
Archmage, steal a Gilded Goose, start making an
Yeah.
army? Ooh.
That would be sweet. Maybe steal the cookbook or the. Yeah.
Players randomly on a tangent about how bad EDH is.
Yeah. Historic is basically legacy. Is it? Both defined by the same card. What card is that?
Brainstorm. 'Cause Brainstorm
that's
was
right.
printed
Brainstorm
into it.
was
And it
in-
is.
was in Strixhaven.
And it is dominant, actually.
Yeah.
Like the top 3 decks are all 4 Brainstorm.
Sure.
Or like 4 Lootings. It's degenerate. It has gone in a weird direction.
Yeah.
Ooh, Jace the draw, and I think that's the play.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think Connor has much that can really deal with a Jace.
Yeah, I don't think he has anything to answer it, but
I guess he has the one of Pithing Needle.
Connor just said Thoughtseize isn't a permanent rip.
Yeah. Alright. He's got cookbook. It looks like he's got 2 Asmo.
Discard, make a food, play an Asmo. Find a book.
Yeah.
Nurturing Peatland going down to 16. Nettle Cyst. I like Nettle Cyst. Does
I thought Asmo just hit creatures.
Yeah, I thought Asmo was just creatures, but I can double check for you.
Asmo is just creatures.
Yep,
It's
just
target
creatures.
creature. And I am going to have to read Nettle Cyst.
So the one that gets bigger for each artifact and enchantment in play? Or is it just artifact?
Artifact and enchantment.
Okay, yeah. So just a big creature when you get a book out.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess that is a sweet inclusion to the deck.
That was sideboard, right?
I thought he only just brought in the 3
Thoughtseizes,
Thoughtseize.
yes, that must
I think
be
that
main
must
board?
be main board, yeah.
What's the CMC on that? Let's
It's
3. So that's
3,
not
yeah, not an Urza Saga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So going to combat. Fetching for a basic island.
Cryptic tap draw. Okay. Yeah.
Draw a basic island. Correct Peatland.
Sure. Kind of moves his cards too fast. It's impossible to tell what he drew.
What is that? Yeah, I see 2. Oh, that's another Trail of Crumbs.
Oh, sure.
Which is still great. But Trail of Crumbs, 2 books, and another Peatland. Them making more versions of Horizon Canopy makes me so happy.
Yeah.
Like, it just made so many decks just more solid. I love it.
Yeah, they're all great for sure. Motto looks like he drew another land. Or no, counterspell.
Brainstorming.
He's
It's removal. It's a path.
Path, Batterskull, and Cauldra, it looked like.
Okay, putting some stuff back. Colonnade. Stoneforge.
Stoneforge, okay. It's a way to shuffle back those cards you didn't
Yeah.
want. Grabs the Cauldra that he put on top, sure.
And a pass of the turn.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yep. So he activated Osmo, sacking 2 treasures to deal 6 to the Stoneforge. With the 2 mana that he had open, he's activating Trail of Crumbs twice.
yeah, that is sweet.
Goose Saga.
Yeah, so kind of got Goose Saga, I think another Asmo in hands. I could have seen
And
that
another
wrong,
book,
though.
I believe.
Oh,
I thought he
yeah.
had 2 books in hand that weren't in play. So he
Yep.
might have multiple books.
Yeah, I could have seen wrong for sure.
Both at Jace.
That makes sense.
Dead. So looking like Connor's getting ahead here.
Yeah, I mean, like he said, or Connors mentions the Cauldra can just come down next turn
Yeah.
for the full 7.
Response to Goose. We're big thinking. So
You
much
thinking
value
about-
for Connor. I love it.
Yeah. Is he thinking about countering the Goose? Okay.
I have no idea. He's really thinking, though.
Yeah.
Goose is
Goose
fine.
is fine. Okay. Connor not forgetting his food this time from the
Mhm.
goose. Okay,
Carthage
sure.
Asmo. He does have another one in hand, though.
Yeah. So not the worst for Connor. Though I guess he failed to find off the path, so I guess he only runs the two basics.
Yep. He's saying he only ran 2. So he said Blood Moon's pretty good against him.
Yeah, despite being a 2-color deck.
Yep,
sure.
yep. When did Amato path this? Was this on attacks? Connor just gets to cast this for free, but okay, counter spell.
Yeah.
Connor's hellbent now.
Oh, that's right. He pathed it in response to the second cookbook.
Oh. So what's the other mode on cookbook? You can pay forward, sack something to get a creature back in hand, right? Like he can get Osmo back, I believe.
It is 4 tap, sacrifice Underworld cookbook, return a creature from your
Yeah.
graveyard. So yeah, he can get the Asmo back. Losing the cookbook to do it does hurt,
Yeah.
but he does have an Urza Saga.
But you get back
Coming
an
up could
Osmo,
get
right?
another-
You get an Osmo back to your hand,
Yeah.
discard something, you just get another cookbook.
Oh yeah.
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 Second food. Triggering once. That's a Witch's Oven. Oval Chase Daredevil. That's what he was looking
Oval
for.
Chase is great here. Yeah.
This is the outvaluing his opponent that Connor was talking about in like more control-y based matchups.
Yeah, with the cookbook and the Daredevil out, he's able to make so many food.
Mm-hmm. Each one of those foods is more permanence.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that makes the Nail Sentinel really big. It's a 10-10, yeah.
Amount down to 5.
They're talking about playing around Fire Ice, but I don't think we've seen that from Amato at
Yeah.
all. In the 4-game,
Connor just
yeah.
nervous about that red source in play.
Yeah, I think it's mostly for Prismatic Ending.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I've seen any red spells from Amato so far.
Which Oval Chase do you want? Even when he just has 2 options, he's just going light speed with
Yeah.
the flicking. I was like, whoa, it's hard to keep up.
Yeah, for sure.
But the Goose added a mana. To add the mana you sack a treasure just pays for Trail of Crumbs.
Yeah, that is sweet. Trail of Crumbs looks really good in this deck.
Mhm. Definitely is an enchantment that I feel like needs to be answered immediately. Otherwise, you're just
Yeah.
going to fall so far behind.
Yeah, it can get out of hand. It is neat also that it buffs the Nettle Cyst.
Yep.
So,
That's awesome.
'cause I didn't realize until I actually just read it that it counted enchantments too. So Amato's got Batterskull, Stoneforge, 2 lands, and something else.
Think so, yeah.
I don't know.
This is a good game of Magic.
Yeah, I'm not I mean, he can just play the Batterskull.
Yeah.
That seems not bad to me.
Going to 4. Cast Stoneforge.
So casting Stoneforge. So it'd have to be Feast and Famine, right?
Yeah.
'Cause that's the
Feast.
only other equipment he doesn't have.
Choose not to search.
Oh,
so.
okay. Maybe he boarded it out.
Oh, and just a pass. Huh. Yeah, I wonder what that's... Must have boarded it out, but it seems so good.
Yeah, I guess that a lot of times. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe he had it in hand, and he knows about this activation of Urza, so he's just trying to keep his Celestial Colonnade up? I don't know in what world it would come out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, making a
Making the construct and then
finding
Witch's
something more or
Oven
less. Ooh.
makes sense. Otherwise, just another cookbook is not bad here
Yeah.
with the Daredevil in his hands.
Finding an oven.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Thoughtseize.
Thoughtseizes is pretty good there.
He says,
yeah.
that's annoying. He does have the Feast and Famine. in
Oh,
hand.
okay. So his Feast and Famine and Bather Skull in hand. That makes sense.
So, yeah, why didn't he just play the... Oh, he didn't want to leave down... Tap down a blocker? Yeah, yep.
Okay.
He forgot about Colony, too! Everyone's just forgetting about Colony.
Yeah.
Yeah, Connor's panicking now. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
I forgot. I did the math wrong.
Yeah, the Colonnade is rough there. Connor thought he could just win by attacking or equipping the Nettle Cyst to the Goose. But
We're just getting the board state properly.
Yeah.
Connor definitely thought he had the win off of that Thoughtseize,
yeah,
but...
he thought the game was just over.
So, Connor's not dead, but, like, Amato has draws, which is...
Yeah, which it's scary to give him jaws.
Yeah, discard Hollow Fountain.
To make a food. Sure. Yeah, I guess the 8th land doesn't really do much for him. Looks like he drew a counter spell, which isn't amazing.
That's why he didn't play and equip the freaking Feast and Famine.
Yeah.
Oh! Swing at 9. Chump block, Amato goes to 12.
Yeah. But I think he's dead
Yeah.
here to the goose swinging.
But there is Cauldron Battle Skull, that's cool.
Yeah, it is neat that we got to see that. Yeah, okay. He just kills him with the cat.
Okay. The goose with all the buffs? Spooky.
Goose swinging for game is not something I've seen before.
The Feast and Famine play wasn't a thing because he could just block with the card instruct, yeah. I forgot about that. All these lands making creatures or turning into creatures, too much.
Yeah. Connor talking about how everyone is having to read Trail of Crumbs.
Yeah. I know it by heart.
Yeah. The goose was that. Yeah. I've seen Birds of Paradise swing for lethal a couple times, but never a gilded goose until now.
The goose is loose.
Yeah. Alright, so Amato on the play here. He's got Urza's Saga, Blooming Marsh, Finale. I think he moves them so fast.
Yeah.
I can like some of them I can kind of tell, but it's tough. That's a lot of lands for
That's a lot of
mono.
lands.
But it was lands, Cryptic, Stoneforge, and one other.
How much is OG Polluted Delta foil? That's like money, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna look that one up.
I know all of the Onslaught ones have been going up in general, but the foil is
Polluted
probably
Delta
way
foil.
more.
That's not right? This is saying like $3,000, but that can't.
I wouldn't be that surprised, I guess. I don't know.
I guess there's only 3 listed on TCG Player, but it's 1,600, 1,700, 13, or 3,250.
Sure. So I think it's just one of the ones where
Yeah.
there's like not enough. Of
Enough,
them,
yeah.
Okay, so Finale for Asmo, get a book.
Bookhand. Osmo Field. I love Finale of Devastation so much in this deck.
Yeah, it's been super sweet every time we've seen it. I'm just waiting for the one time he gets the finale for like a Street Wraith and the Swamp Walk matters or something.
I'm just waiting for that X to be 10 or greater so all of his creatures get plus
Yeah,
X plus
yeah.
X. That's what I want.
I don't think either of those are gonna happen.
Another prismatic ending on the Asmo. It is exiled, right? Yeah. I think so.
Should be.
Because that matters with Cookbook.
Yeah, it definitely should be exiled. Oh, sure. He sacked it to the oven. Yeah. To avoid exiling it. Yeah.
I'm so blind.
No, I missed it too. That's my bad.
I didn't even remember when he played an oven.
Yeah, he had the oven turn one.
Yeah, no, I am actually just blind. You know, too busy admiring my friends.
Yeah. Yeah, Nettlecyst has been
House.
consistently scary, yeah. He only has 4 right now, right? Yeah. So it's not as scary as it was last game, but... He's got a Daredevil, a Cookbook, and lands, it looks like.
Why is Cookbook 1 mana? That's nuts.
Yeah. Oh, and the second Cookbook.
Make food.
So swinging for 6.
Jump block.
Yeah.
Game 2 dragging on. Connor really did have a huge edge, but Cauldron turn 3 feels rough.
Yeah. There's yeah, I mean Connor's at 2 already, so like that Pete Land not looking amazing here.
Oh, it's an enchantment. An enchantment land, so that means Teferi can bounce it, right? Could bounce his land. That'd be interesting. Time Raveler. Return up to one target artifact, creature, or enchantment to its owner's hand. Draw a card.
Oh, it doesn't say non-lands?
It does not say non-land.
Oh, that is really funny.
That would be a nice interaction.
Yeah. Alright, so what's he getting with the Urza Saga here? Probably just another cookbook.
Cookbook's so good.
Yeah. Oh, or
Yeah,
needle.
Quivering Needle. Okay.
He can like needle on sword, so that he can equip sword.
Yep. Sword of Feast and Famine. Yep. That's
Yeah.
nice. I do like it because you can just like needle in and just be like Stoneforge Mystic. Like, just feel dirty sometimes.
Yeah. And Metal
This-
Cyst is starting to get really big.
Yeah. This board is so messy so early.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's swinging for lethal here if he doesn't block with the Stoneforge.
Black Nettle Cyst. Model drops to 9. What are we hoping for? Prismatic Ending again? Path the Construct.
Path the
There we go.
Construct. Yeah, and Connor
Connor's dead.
kills himself with the Peatland in response.
Yep. Those were good games.
Yeah, it was nice to get some interactive games.
Okay, well, thank you everybody for watching. Hopefully we're going to be streaming Friday, but we will let you know. Have a good night.